Well, hello. In this video, we're talking about threaded inserts. I've got a stuck one, so we've got to remove it. I'm trying a couple different ways to remove it, learning a couple things along the way, so check this out. So on a Norseman fixture here, we use these threaded inserts with a 3/8 thread on the outside and a metric M6 thread on the inside. I don't know why they make it two different threads, but they're awesome except when they strip out. So we've got one stripped out right now, and it's being a bit of a challenge to get it out. So that guy right there, normally we can get in there with a screwdriver and get it out, but even the screwdriver part is stripped out. So I want to get a little creative with a better solution to get these things out. You can also do like a double nut extractor kind of tool, but this isn't really working either. I think because the threaded insert is just below the surface, so when I back up the nut against the surface, it's hitting the fixture, not the nut or the threaded thingy. So I got a couple ideas. I could make a tool with little ears that pilots into the hole, and the tool has ears. I could do that. It'll take me a little bit of time. Or I think what I might do is I might just turn a taper onto one of these nuts so that it'll go and hit only the surface of the threaded insert, and then I can crank it down and hopefully get it out. So that's where I'm at. Quarter inch, not really. It'll work. Okay, so what we gotta do is I'm gonna use the 1/4 inch collet, and I'm gonna pull the collet out right now. This guy is what I use to get the collet out. These little ears are so weak that they like to bend over, so one of my projects one day is to make a new one of these out of a better steel that's all heat treated and hard and stuff. Got it all designed, all programmed, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I just want to do everything. All right, so my theory is, I don't want to cut the head off, so if I just drop it through the backside, boom, look at that, then I can clamp it. That should work. Oh, doesn't work. Wait. Maybe it does. No, I think the spindle liner on the other side is preventing it. So this spindle liner here is for a 1/4 inch bar, but the head of that bolt is more than a 1/4 inch. So all we gotta do is pull this guy out for now. Put it back in our sort of newly organized rack storage area. Check this out. So we got one layer for spindle liners, one layer for bar materials. I bought these PVC pipes from the hardware store, cut them down. So now I've got all my materials kind of sort of organized. Yeah, this should really be lathe only area, not storage for anything else, which we're getting there. So I'm going to tighten those two against each other so they don't back out. Then I'm just going to turn the taper on the one, getting the cone diameter, the nose diameter, down to the size that will sit on the threaded insert. Shouldn't be too hard. So from here we'll go spindle forward, random RPM. Who needs a manual lathe when you have CNC and can use it manually. I'm going to go into jog. I'm going to turn the feed rate down. If I'm in jog and I hit X and Y, or X and Z at the same time, it'll move them both at the same time. And then the feed rate is the feed at which it'll go. So I'm just going slow and I'll guess. And then I'll watch in. I think we're good. I did go a little bit too much. So I got, the tip basically comes to a sharp cone. I wanted a more of a blunt cone. So I might just have to come in with the tool and face off the front of it just a little bit. Easy enough. All right, let's check that out. I think that'll do. So now I'm just trying to figure out exactly what diameter I want that thing to be. I think if it was right about there, it'd be pretty happy. So now I'm just installing the nut on here. We'll thread it in here. So the top portion of the threaded insert is messed up. However, I think the bottom portion is still good. Although maybe not. Nope. The problem is it's slipping out. So I'm gonna have to tap the threaded insert. See if I can put the threads back in it where they belong. Still not happy. All right, let's try that. Oh, that feels good, I think. Nope. No, this is not working. All right, now we regroup and come up with another plan. Angela says drill it out and just pick out the threads, and I've done that before. So we're going to throw it in the mill. We're going to use an end mill to interpolate the hole and basically get rid of the threaded insert. And then pick away the remaining threads. That should work perfectly. Now the trick is getting a tool with enough reach and stick out so that it doesn't touch these clamps, which I don't normally have. Normally my tools are not sticking out that long. So we'll make a quick special tool that's sticking out like an inch long. Maybe I'll take off this clamp too. So this is part of my collection of tools that are pretty much worn out, but still fine. Especially fine for quick and dirty work. Perfect, look at that. 5 flute, 1 chip, 1 flute missing in the corner there. Pretty trashed otherwise. That'll be perfect. We're gonna use this sweet D'Andrea tiny little milling chuck because it's got a 1/4 inch collet. Just gotta be extra super duper careful not to crash it. So I need that much stick out. All right, so it turns out McMaster does, of course, have an installation tool. It is $10 whole, which back in the day I was too cheap to buy that. I didn't even realize. So now I'm going to get a couple of them because, duh. So it's obviously got the pilot. It's got two little tabs on the side. I was tempted to make something like that, which I could do, but it'd be kind of a waste of time when they're only 10 bucks. And we don't need it today because we're done now. So obviously, get me some of those. Well, you learn something new every day. I feel kind of silly when something exists that I was not only going to make but didn't realize existed. So super excited to get those. Should be not a problem in the future. I love using these threaded inserts. I want to use them more, but everything's got to be, easier. I got to be able to make the hole, thread it, put the insert in, remove it, like as quickly and easily as possible. And I'm getting there. So yeah, happy stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. New tool came in from McMaster. McMaster's so fast with shipping, like next day, even to Canada. This thing is way cooler than I expected. They were, what did I say, $9 each? I happened to buy 4 of them because I thought they were going to be crappy and wear out. It's actually really fantastic. So it's a nice, I guess, hardened steel kind of thing with a pin, a spring-loaded ball detent pressed into the center. So as you put it into your internal threads, it actually stays in. It holds it. The drive lugs are awesome. This thing is, I'm really impressed. Can't wait to use it. The only downside is the OD of it, the diameter, is too big for a flush mounted threaded insert thing. So I might have to throw this on the lathe, reduce the diameter of it so that it matches the screw. Other than that, it's perfect. John approved.